Sharp Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Question of the day is, why do women seem to like you more when they find out that you're popular or successful with other women? And why does it seem like they become very interested in you much more than before? Oh, that's easy. Shit. Look, if you have options, women are always going to be, some women are always going to be checking for you. That's how that is. I mean, most women are very competitive. So if you're a very likable guy, or maybe you're the top guy within the company you work for, maybe you're an athlete, or maybe you're moving a shaker, you make shit happen in your city or in your town, or maybe you're on television, or whatever you're doing. So you got to look at it like this. Scientifically speaking, women like being with the guys, the most dominant guys in society. Now, sometimes the most dominant guy can be perceived as being the dominant guy, but that's not necessarily true. But that's the woman's perception. That's every woman's perception. Because a lot of these guys that maybe he's a president or a general manager of a company, or maybe he's the top sales guy in the company. A lot of these guys aren't necessarily alpha types. They're beta types, but what they have going on for them, they have a certain position, and that position is perceived by women to be dominant. You know what I'm saying? And perception is most people's reality. And this is why a lot of these guys get exposed after a while. But scientifically speaking, most women want to mate with the dominant guy in society. So this is why a lot of guys that are maybe nervous when they get in public or around women, they're shy, they don't know how to talk, they don't know how to speak, they're perceived as weak by women. Because that doesn't make them a bad guy, but the most dominant guys are very likable by people. Women want to be with them. And whenever a woman finds out that you're a popular guy, especially if the girl look better than her, oh man, she's going to be campaigning. You know what I'm saying? So you might have a woman that you just met, for example, and maybe you known her maybe you met her last week. She doesn't really know anything about you or whatever. And you invite her over to a party. Maybe your friend was having a party. And when you get there, and maybe y'all arrive at the same time, and then when you get there, you're introducing to her all these people that you know, and then after her being there for a while, she realizes that you're a pretty likable guy because everybody had something good to say about you. That boosts your stock with that woman. That woman, she'll start to see you as a lot differently than what she thought before she came through the door, before you met her last week. You know what I'm saying? She will perceive you as being alpha. You know what I'm saying? And what's PSing, by the way? I never knew what the word alpha meant until like 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I didn't hear this word alpha when I was growing up. When I was growing up, this is just what men do. That's all I was told. This is what men do. This is how you become a man. You know what I'm saying? So, somebody came along and tried to divide guys and put guys in a category, a beta guy, an alpha guy, or whatever. But to me, the way I grew up, either you were a man or a woman. So it's either you're trying to be a man or a woman. So when I say alpha, I'm talking about somebody that's trying to be a man, that's striving to be a better man every day. You know what I mean? I gotta put that out there. So basically, if you display a certain amount of manly behavior around women, maybe you're a likable guy, maybe you're moving and shaking in your city, maybe you're the top guy in your company, maybe you're an athlete, maybe you're an entertainer. I'm talking on a local level. I'm not even talking about mainstream America. I'm talking about in your city, in your town. If you're the top guy at anything in your profession, or maybe you're a local entertainer, maybe you're the top guy in your town, you're going to have women that's going to flock to you. That's just how that is, So you won't have to be, talking to anybody into anything, or trying to negotiate for sex, or trying to do any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because women are going to flock to you, because women scientifically like to mate with the dominant males in society. That's how that is. That's not my opinion. That's just how that is. And if you read my book, I talked about this in one of my books. Because I used to hang around a lot of athletes and a lot of those guys on the football team. And I saw how a lot of these women used to flock to them when I was around. And these guys didn't have a lot of money. Most of them didn't have no cars. Most of them, they were just regular guys that played football. And I mean, they didn't take these girls out half of the time. They didn't have a lot of money to splurge and none of that shit. The girl just wanted to be with them. They came over, chilled, hang out, drank, whatever they wanted to do, fuck, and they kept it moving. That was it. You know what I'm saying? And from that day on, that shit changed my life, because me being, I was 19 at the time. I've never seen no shit like that before. And where I came from, guys they were courting girls. They took the girl out. They spent time together. You talk on the telephone. You go to maybe go camping or doing some type of social activity. But when I went to college, these guys didn't do none of that shit. The girls just came over, and 9 times out of 10, they didn't even know the girls were coming over most of the time. They just came over and they were down for whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's how that is. If guys have options, women will basically be flocking and campaigning towards you. That's just how that shit is. So, if you like what you heard, check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com, and become a part of my Players Club by clicking the link below, and get my book while you're at it as well. So, until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace.